Welcome to the Left Hand Backhand Podcast, episode 15. And in a surprise turn of events, we have another guest with us, a
Double
two-time
week.
guest, the first two-time guest on the podcast ever. Welcome back, Scott Spangler.
Look at
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
It was only
Yes.
fitting. He let me know that he had a segment that he thought would be great, and I was going to surprise you. I was actually going to try to have him join on right when we were already recording, but I think the timing worked out all right that we could iron out the kink.
Yeah,
Well,
I just noticed that you said I'll tell you when to click the link, and I just boom. I
It
thought
was a little too late.
Click
It's
the
okay.
link.
It's all good.
That's okay. You know, technology is hard sometimes. But Scott, you
Plus,
recently had a birthday. Happy birthday.
you did too, Leakin. Happy
Hey,
birthday.
you know,
Thank you.
birthday buddies
Almost the
over
same
here.
age.
So let's see. You're what? Are you 30?
3-0.
30, and I'm
He's over the
55.
hill. Look at him. Oh,
55.
Yep.
Well, you can't drive 55.
I don't. Never.
he can get a senior discount at movie theaters now, so he's feeling good.
So you're gonna go see Inside Out too?
I can't because I fall asleep in those movies.
That's good, but that's not because of the age. You've been doing that for years.
That's true. This is true.
It doesn't matter. You're
I'm
hard
called.
work.
I'm Steel Senior.
You're a sleepy Scott.
That's what they
Oh,
call me.
sleepy Scotty.
Mhm.
Well,
Uh,
apparently Scott's got a surprise segment for us, and time permitting, he's going to join us for a draft. Then we'll get into our other segments after we kick him off. I mean, after
Let
he
him
has to
go.
go.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, this should be an interesting episode to say the least.
Okay. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. So this segment, here's what we have. We have a total of 16 athletes, 4 athletes in 4 different professional sports.
Okay.
I'm going to use that term loosely. And your job will be to try to choose the sport for each of these athletes. You'll alternate on who goes first, and you get 1 point for a correct answer. If you guess the correct sport for one specific sport, you can get bonus points of 2 points by choosing the position that they play in that sport. And then when we're done with this first round of 16 athletes, I have 4 more athletes on a bonus round worth 5 points per correct answer. So
I assume the bonus round's going to be borderline impossible.
yes, it will be.
So are these
All right.
are these like old named
No,
athletes? Are
no.
they just like kind of obscure,
2023.
or are
I'm
we
just-
supposed to be able to get
I-
these?
I'm going to give you the 4 sports,
Okay.
and then we'll go down the row. So here
We
are the
need to
sports.
determine of those sports what that name, based on the name, what we think that sport, what they play.
What sport they play. And
Do we get bonus points if we can guess their number right?
no,
If they even have any.
most of these people don't have a number.
Darn it.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
What's
First,
a
here are
hint?
the 4.
Ooh.
Here are the 4 sports: Major League Baseball, bowling, golf, and professional timber sports series, which means
What?
professional lumberjacks.
Oh,
Timber sports, men and women,
the,
right?
The Portland Lumberjacks.
These are all male athletes.
Oh,
only.
male only. We discriminate here on the podcast. Cool.
I
Oh,
just did. I did this.
non-discriminate.
It's non-discriminatory, but I just did
Okay.
this because the list was easier to make up.
Well, we already
Trust
talked
me.
about makeup
Just
earlier.
trust me.
but-
Foundation.
Well, in Major League Baseball, I wouldn't have been able to have any women in it, so it would have
Hey,
differentiated.
there's no
the
crying in
lists.
baseball. All right.
But also, we are men, so
Oh my gosh.
it's kind of weird if we're talking about women all the time. You know what I mean? You two are
I
both
mean, I
married. So.
already talked about Caitlin Clark a lot this week. I feel like I'm tapped out.
No, she had a good game yesterday for sure.
And Brittany Griner.
And Brittany,
Nope. Only if she's
hey,
stuck in a
shout out,
different country.
shout out Russia. Oh, too soon.
Oh, what about Cameron Brink though?
Oh, she hurt herself tonight.
She did.
Ooh.
I also call that segment to the.
Oh, good.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Who would like to go first in this round?
I feel like Lincoln should go first.
Okay, Lincoln, you get to go first. Then Jeff, you'll guess second. It's
Okay.
not a draft, so you're going to each give an answer
We're just
for
getting
every one
points.
of them.
Okay.
Getting points. Yeah.
Just so you know, I did this with Steele and his wife
Lily.
Lily, and
Shout
so
out Lily.
Shout out Lily.
Lily did beat Steele. So
Wow.
your goal is to try to beat Lily.
Okay. So we're up against an invisible foe right now.
Correct. Okay.
Well, an
Number
invisible
one.
man with an invisible knife.
Here's the
Well, an
first
immovable
athlete.
object.
First athlete, Francois Lavoie.
Francois Lavoie.
So baseball, bowling, golf, or lumberjacks.
That's got to be bowling.
Okay. Jeff?
Okay. I'm loving the it feels very golf-esque. There's a lot of good golf names. The like Lavoie on third green, putting for eagle. That just sounds really good to me, so I'm gonna go with golf on that one. I feel like
Okay.
he's a golfer.
Number two, we have Sal Frelick.
Ooh, Sal is definitely a timber sports player. Come on.
Oh, Freelick.
Sal Frelick.
Oh, Freelick. And see, I know Lincoln knows golf and baseball pretty well.
I don't know baseball anymore.
Oh, not anymore. Okay.
No.
But you
I
knew baseball better
I
than
do
I did,
know
I
Sal
think so.
Palantonio.
Yes.
Well, it's
Sal
a
Palantonio
palomino.
was done.
It's
Well, it's a
Palomino.
palindrome.
Well, it's a
Palomino.
palom. Well, it's shamalama ding dong. All right.
Jeff?
I'm gonna say
Sal Frelick.
it feels like a baseball. I'm gonna say Major League Baseball.
Okay.
Like he's Italian, I think.
All right. Number
Like,
three.
hey, that's a palomino.
Well, no, his
Jeff, you
last
go
name is
first on this
Freelick.
one.
Freelick, but I like. Go ahead.
Number three is Harry Higgs.
Well, that's baseball. Harry Higgs.
It's not your turn first.
What?
Wait,
You
what
gotta
do you
go
mean?
first every round?
Yeah,
You-
it's back and forth.
Well,
back
if
and
we're
forth.
just going
Okay,
back and
gotcha.
forth, it doesn't quite matter.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Harry
sounds good
Higgs.
to me. I don't care.
Okay. And
Harry
you can pick
Higgs.
you can pick the same sport. So Harry Higgs,
I'm gonna actually go with golf.
golf. Okay.
Harry Higgs. That's lumberjack.
That is a lumberjack.
That's that wood the tree sports. Tree beard. Shout out
All right.
Treebird. For the
Number
rings.
4, Zach Blair.
Ooh, that's gonna be golf as well. Scott's gonna go trickery on us and go back to back golf skis.
I wanted to say golf. Oh, I still want to, but just in the air of beating you and not picking the same thing as you,
Careful.
I think careful. I'm gonna say bowling. I'm gonna say old Zack Attack is a strike machine.
All right. Bowling.
And is this PBA bowling or is this like
PBA.
No,
Yeah.
this is the amateur APBB.
No, it's PBA. It's PBA.
on
This is
ESPN the Ocho?
The Ocho.
Yeah, and these are
That's great.
actually this list are the top like 16 bowlers in the world.
I'd actually
What?
be surprised if Lincoln could name more than one professional bowler in the history of bowling.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah, what's his name?
I don't know.
Oh, I do.
Oh, I don't know. It's Norm.
No, that Norm Duke is not him. It's Weber.
No, not. Yeah,
It
oh, yeah,
is
that's
Weber.
Weber. But there's the one who hit the flying eagle where he skipped it across 2 lanes. Remember that guy who hit it? That's the
Oh,
guy I'm
Norm-
thinking of.
Norm Duke.
All right.
Oh, that's
Hey.
Devin Newquist you're thinking about. That throws the ball over 2 lanes.
No, that eats the ball because he's hungry.
Because he thought it was cake.
He thought he was like, is this cake or is this bowling?
Is this a
Oh.
gumball? Easy, bro.
Is this a
Easy.
gumball?
He's
The
like,
jawbreaker.
is this cake?
Best gobstopper ever.
I'd actually pay to watch a TV show where Devin had to be in a big room and just try to eat stuff, whether it's for real
Is this-
objects. I would
is it
pay to
ca-
watch
is it
that.
cake
I'm
or
just
not
walking
cake?
around like, but he has to have not eaten all day, so he's
Yes.
starving, and he's just like, what do I got? Bowling shoes, cake, or not?
He would ruin
Ooh.
that fork and knife for sure.
You think
All
he knows
right.
how to use a knife, Scott?
I've only ever seen him eat with his hands. He's just like this. That's how he measures how much food he has. Devin,
eats
I'm really
pasta.
sorry.
He's
I'm
pasta,
really sorry.
just handful, just.
He's like, where's the penne? I'm
Okay,
really sorry, Devin. I can't.
num-
I'm sorry about this. You
Number
refused to come
5.
on the podcast. This is what happened.
He's gonna get a drive-by every time.
Number 5, Derek Puchnik.
Ooh, Poochnik. He is a lumberjacks.
I'm gonna go with baseball player.
Okay.
I feel like I'm taking a multiple choice test. There's like A, B, C, and D, and I'm just like,
I feel like
C for every answer.
I'm in college
Like, what-
again.
what are the odds?
Stressed that I'm gonna fail this exam. Like, I'm like, I've never
think
seen
everybody
So,
will.
you know,
never seen
Steele
any of
got-
these words to this test. I don't know.
Yeah.
Steele got 2 right out of 16.
Oh dear.
Oh my goodness, that's the odds.
2.
You're supposed to get double that
Oh, wait.
with
I'm sorry.
random guessing.
It was 2 out of 20. He didn't get any in
Oh
the bonus
my
round either.
goodness. I really
Okay.
hope I do better than that.
Okay. Number 6, we have Dansby Swanson.
Dansby.
Swanson.
That he's a bowler. Dansby.
Swanson. Samsonite.
Well,
way
Ron
off.
Swanson.
Samsonite. I'm gonna go with bowler as well.
High five, Jeff.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Our
Nice.
first one, we've done the same guess. We're both gonna be wrong.
All right. Number 7, Jesper Svensson.
That's a baseball player.
Okay, you said that way too confidently. I don't believe you for a second that you know that. Oh, that's
Well,
a baseball
if-
player. All
If
right.
not
That's a
baseball,
baseball player if I've ever heard one.
if he's not baseball, it's probably
Svensson.
golf or bowling or lumberjacks. It's one of the 4.
Or a
Nailed-
lumberjack. Or the
nailed-
fifth option.
He
Okay,
nailed it.
Svensson, that guy's a golfer. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He's a Swedish
Svensson.
golfer.
The Swedish Svensson.
He is from Sweden.
Nailed it.
Wow.
Oh, then I'm
Number-
changing my answer. He's a golfer.
No,
I'm changing my
you
answer.
can't.
Nope, you
You
didn't say I couldn't.
Wait a
Rules are
minute.
not
I don't know.
established.
All right.
Okay.
This is-
I'll let
this
you
is
change
tough.
it.
If this is the decider, I boycott the result.
Okay.
January
I'll
6th,
put a
okay?
little star next to it.
Yep. If it does come down to a tie,
Question 7.
I will
Put an asterisk.
secede the win.
Okay.
Asterisk next to it.
Do you want me to tell you right now where you guys stand?
No, no,
let's
no,
do
no,
it
no,
after
no.
8.
No,
Okay.
at the
Okay.
very end. At the very end. I don't want to know anything about this.
Okay. Number 8.
Okay, well then we need to move faster.
Yeah. Let's go quick.
James, you guys stop yapping.
Sorry.
James Hartley.
James Hartley. We're gonna go baseball.
That's a bowler.
Okay.
You have an
Number
equal
9.
number of each sport in here, or is it
4
okay?
of each sport. Yep.
Should have been keeping track of my own thing, so I know not to double up on, or,
I'll tell you.
I've already picked my
Like-
5 or whatever.
Like Lincoln has already picked all 4 of his golfers. Just kidding.
Oh.
He's picked three golfers so far.
Okay.
So if you want
You
to
don't
know
have to
where you're
update
at,
it. It's okay.
I
I'll
can tell
just.
you. Jeff, you have picked 3 bowlers, just so you know.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. I'm in trouble.
Number 9, we have Andrew Vaughn.
Lindsey Vaughn.
Lumberjacks.
That's Lindsey Vaughn's brother.
Uncle, actually. He's an older
He's
an older
a
athlete.
monkey. He's a monkey's uncle.
That's your third
Uh,
lumberjack, by the way.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that's baseball. Baseball stuff.
Baseball.
Oh,
Andy.
Okay. Number 10, Isaiah Salinda.
Belinda.
How many bowlers
I think-
do I have?
He's a hockey guy.
You have done one bowler, two
Okay,
bowlers.
We'll make Isaac a bowler.
Okay.
And I'm going with Lumberjack Man. Sounds like an
Okay.
Isaiah. He just
You're
chops
probably
trees.
right. You're probably
I'm
right.
probably not. I'm
All
doing a
right, number
statistics game.
11.
It was Isaiah
Da-
that built the ark in the Bible, right?
This is a different one. Yeah,
Ah.
it's the one that sacrificed his son. David Moses.
We
Speaking
got to
of
go.
Bible,
We got to go baseball.
Yeah, that's two
David.
Bibles and that's two Isaiah and Moses.
Isaiah and Moses. Let's see,
Oh,
is Abraham
Moses.
next?
Moses was the one who sacrificed his son. That's who it was.
That's sorry. That's right.
No, he's not. He's the one.
We need
he's the
we
one
need to
that
go back to seminary.
He walked across the Red Sea.
Okay.
Did you say baseball? Okay.
How many golfers do I have? 3?
Let's see.
I think you have 2.
Golfers.
I'm gonna go with a golfer, I think.
You have 2.
Golfer.
Okay. All
Good
right.
call.
Number 12. Kyle Troop.
Baseball. Sounds like a tool.
You're hilarious.
Kyle.
That's your
Troop.
third baseball. Kyle Troop.
Okay. And I'm gonna go with another lumberjack. That's my 4th, I think.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's your third lumberjack.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And then we got 4 left. So number 13,
I think I have one of each left, right, Scott?
probably. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Cortez Shank.
Ooh.
Shawshank Redemption.
Shank.
Chicago.
He should be a golfer because of his last name,
Because he shanked it.
and he should be a baseballer because of his first name.
Yeah, I know.
Cortez.
But he's a Lumberjacks guy.
Nah, baseball. He's a baseballer.
Okay, all your lumberjacks are taken. And
Yep.
Jeff, you're taking baseball.
I think we should each have,
And Jeff, all your baseballs are taken.
yeah. So
All
we
my
each have-
baseballs were taken. That's
We
not
have-
what the doctor told me.
The doctor was wrong.
yeah, Jeff, you
Well,
know
Mama
the
was
doctor.
wrong again.
Number 14, Tyler Duncan.
I
Golf.
grew up with him. He was my buddy in St. George, Utah.
Well,
Well,
Timothy Duncan.
Timothy Chalamet.
All right, you went with golf?
I did. I
Okay.
got a baseball and a bowling left.
Okay.
And
Jeff?
I'm gonna go with bowling. Bowling Green.
That's your 4th bowling.
Bowling for soup.
And
Wow.
then number 15 is Jason Lentz. Lentz. Lentz.
If it were an S, I'd probably think differently, but we're gonna say Jason's a baseball player.
Yeah, like he's from New York. From
Probably Jersey, actually.
North. Yeah, he's from Jersey.
From
And that
Jersey.
was your 4th baseball player.
And I'm gonna say he's a lumberjack.
Which means my final
Okay.
guy's a bowler.
Okay.
All right. And the final guy, number 16, is Spencer Torkelson.
Oh, 100%. Actually, no. Dang it. He's a Lumberjacks guy, but
Yeah,
oh well.
he sounds like a lumberjack too.
Oh well.
Torkelson?
He's got to be my bowler. So
He's Swedish, so he's a bowler or he's a lumberjack. He's not baseball or
And Jeff, who do you have left?
golf. Actually,
That's a
Torkelson.
decent-
I'm
that's a
gonna
decent
go with a
golf.
golfer. I'm gonna
That's
go
a
with a
decent golf
You're
one.
right. Torkelson.
but I'm going with bowling because that's all I have left.
Okay, there we
Cool.
go. Okay,
That's our 16
Jeff,
before the
you got
bonus
one
round.
correct. One correct.
No!
out of 16.
No!
Wait, who was it that he got correct?
There's no way. That's
100.
atrocious.
100%. Okay, you got number 2 correct, which was
Only the second
Uh,
one is what I got right. I missed
got
every
s-
other question.
you got Sal Freelick. So you
Oh,
can get a
yeah,
bonus.
Freelick!
Yeah!
So
That's
if
the
you can
dude.
tell me either what team he plays for, you get 1 bonus point, and if you can tell me what position he plays, you get a bonus point.
Okay, Cincinnati Reds, and he plays
Left field.
left field. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. Milwaukee Brewers
Close.
and right field.
So
Oh,
close.
I was almost there.
So close. Both NL Central teams. So
I
good job.
almost had it. Almost had it.
Okay, Jeffrey, you're going to need the bonus round so badly to catch up.
Lincoln, what did he get?
5 correct.
Let's go.
5, right? You cheated. Did you
Ugh.
text him before this? There's no way.
All
No
right.
way you.
So let me see if you got so
That's the
you got
worst.
number one correct,
Oh,
which was let's see. Number 1 was Francois Lavoie. He is a bowler.
he's a
Lavoie.
bowler. Knew it.
You got number 3 correct, which was Harry Higgs. He is a golfer.
He's a golfer. Knew it. Harry. He's from England.
Stop
Guaranteed.
it. You didn't know any of this.
Number 4, Zach Blair, also a golfer. And by the way, these guys are way down the list, so
We figured. I would never heard these names in my life.
correct. You also got number 5 correct, and number 5 was Derek Puchnik, who is a lumberjack.
I knew it.
Poochnik.
Knew Poochie. Poochie.
You both got number 7 wrong. That wasn't. You guys didn't get that one.
Darn.
And you got number 14, who was Tyler Duncan, also a golfer. You got 3 golfers.
The golfers you got, man.
Hey,
job.
you know what? I shot 279s last week, so I'm feeling pretty good.
So none of us got baseballers besides
So
me.
here's the thing. Isaiah Salinda, Tyler Duncan, Harry Higgs, and Zach Blair were golfers. Cortez Shank, Francois Lavoie, Jesper Svensson, and Kyle Troop, all bowlers.
Wow.
Baseball players, Spencer Torkelson, Dansby Swanson, Sal Freelick, and Andrew Vaughn. And for the Timber Sports, Jason Lentz, James Hartley, Derek Puchnik, and David Moses.
Moses, that one threw me off.
You're getting the
Okay.
bonus. I'm winning
Moses.
this.
So right now,
You
Jeff
need
is-
all 4
Jeff is-
bonus to win.
Yeah, I'm fine with
or
that.
to
I'm fine with that.
tie.
No, so listen,
Not with
the
that.
bonus points are worth 5 points each.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
so that's why the bonus is huge.
And there's only 4, and Jeff gets to go
Pause.
first in this round for each one. Okay. So here, there's only 1 athlete for each sport.
Okay.
Same sports?
No. 4 different sports.
Oh no.
Sport number 1, curling.
Oh.
Sport number 2, gymnastics.
Okay.
Sport number 3, competitive eating. And sport
Devin.
number
Devin. I
Joey
called Devin.
Chestnut.
I called Devin.
He
sport
doesn't
number
compete
4,
He does it for fun.
swimming.
Swimming. Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
speaking of
Hey,
competitive
Mark
eating, you hear
Spitz.
that Chestnut had
Yep.
to
He got banned.
because of a sponsorship
Because he was
Hafu or
because
whatever.
because of Nathan, he was sponsored by another hot dog, and Nathan's like,
Pause.
we're not going to let you play.
Another hot dog.
Well,
By
hot dog,
Oscar
hot
Mayer.
dog, hot
Yeah.
diggity
Oscar
dog.
Mayer.
But I thought he
Wow.
still has he's doing a head-to-head battle with Kobayashi.
On Netflix they are. Yeah.
Okay. Would you stop it?
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So those are the 4 sports, and we have 4
Okay.
athletes. I'll go first on all these,
Competitive
Lincoln, since
eating,
you went first on the
swimming,
other ones.
gymnastics, and
Curling.
curling. Okay.
Curling.
Curling, gymnastics, competitive eating, swimming. Okay.
Cool.
First person, Jeff. James Webb.
Oh, James Webb is a swimmer. James Webb.
Okay. All right. Lincoln.
James Webb's a curler.
Okay. Number 2, David Murdoch.
I
David.
know this one. I know this one.
David's he's a gymnast.
He is a gymnast. Yes, that's right, Jeff.
I think he is. I think he's got giant biceps like mine.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, Tom Shields.
Tom
Mhm.
Shields.
You got
He is
competitive eating or
or
curling.
curling. I think he's curling. Yeah.
He's a curling. All
He's
right.
he's an eater. He's an eater.
He's an eater.
Pumpkin
Okay.
eater.
Number 4, Alex Diab.
Yeah, he's an eater.
Dang it. He probably is an eater, but we're going to make him a swimmer.
All right.
Oh
These are
boy.
the,
Oh.
all right.
Okay, so
Yeah, I got
all
at least
those
one. If I
16
got one of
points
these
were
and
worth
Lincoln didn't get
nothing.
any, oh, come on. I just needed to get one and you need to get 0. And I win. That's all I need. Come on, the odds. In my favor. Come on. Tallying it up. I can just feel the suspense
Okay.
tingling.
Jeff got none.
There's no, I had to have gotten one. I did so
I
poorly
just
the
want you to
last.
get less than Steel.
Yeah, see, if I got less than Steel right now, I'll never live it down.
It's a
But
Sublux situation
Lily,
all
how
over
many did
again.
Lily get, man? She got 3?
4.
She
4?
had 12 she had 12 points.
Oh, so her
She
bonus, she did well.
she got 2 in the regular and 2 in the bonus.
Oh.
Wow! So anything's possible, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Come with me, and you'll
And you'll
be.
see
Oh,
there's a world of
nope.
your
Copyright.
imagination.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, this is the final tally. I'm so nervous. I don't know what to do. Okay, you have the results for us?
Only one of you got one correct.
Oh my gosh, this is it. Come on. Come on!
It was Jeff.
Come on.
I'll tell you the correct answer.
Yes. Which one was it?
It was the person who chose a competitive eater as their answer.
Oh.
You had the last
What
guy
is
as
it?
your
I
competitive
had the
eater.
last guy and you had the second to last dude. Who was the competitive eater?
It was Murphy.
Well, no.
No, it wasn't Murphy.
Well, no. Is there a discrepancy?
Hang on.
He's
No, it
trying to.
wasn't the competitive eater. Hang on.
Oh, he was wrong.
I'm honestly having a panic
I
attack
know.
right now.
He's drawing this out on purpose. He's making us wait. He's over there
No,
just scribbling numbers down for fun.
no, hang on.
He's
I got
got
that
the
wrong.
answer
Hang on.
right out in front of him. Okay,
Okay.
here he goes.
Sorry. All right, on answer 1, James Webb.
Okay.
He was an eater.
Oh,
Neither of us
Neither
got
of
it.
you chose that one.
we
No.
both missed it.
On number 2, David Murdoch was a curler.
Oh, we both missed it.
Nobody got that one. On number 3, Tom Shields was a swimmer.
Wait, Lincoln, no.
And number
Lincoln,
4,
no.
Alex Diab
No.
was a gymnast.
No!
None of us got it.
Nobody got any right.
Wow.
I still lose. Lincoln
Let's
clutches up
go.
in the
Jeff
regular
got one.
season.
Jeff got
One
one.
out of I did so poor. I actually don't think I could do that again. In 20 tries, I could get 1 or less. That is absolutely unbelievable.
So Steele beat you, Jeff, and Lily beat both of you handily.
Well, the having 1 in the bonus round is pretty solid, or 2. Getting 10
and by the
points in
way,
that.
they had one less question to answer because I had a duplicate answer in the first 16, so they only got 15 tries to get this.
You're making us feel real good about this.
I know. That's
Hey,
that's my goal.
Lincoln, you did fine.
Good job.
I'm not
all
gonna
praise to Lily and her pad. Happy
Yep.
for
I'm not
her.
showing this on my social media. I'm not posting this video.
Your social media.
My show
Social.
that was my Sean Connery accent. Indy,
Oh,
my social media.
Oh, Sean
Sean
Connery.
Oh,
All right,
Indy, Indiana.
what's the draft? What's the
Okay.
draft, buddy?
I think this will be a fun draft because it's completely subjective to what we were exposed to, both in our childhood years and in our adult years when you can have control over your own
Okay.
diet and your own budget. And we are drafting our favorite cereals.
Oh yes, yes. I've discussed this with friends and family quite a few times. My dad, I actually had this discussion with his sister, my aunt, over the weekend in Houston. and she told me a few that they ate growing up. So I have a couple ideas, and I could maybe steal one of his.
Hmm.
One of
I
mine.
have, yeah, I could potentially steal. Shout out steal.
Well, yeah.
Well, steal wheel.
Well,
Well,
Jeff,
steal the banana peel.
we will give your father the choice of who
Who goes
picks
first?
first,
And it'll snake draft, right?
and we will snake it. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll go number 2. Jeff can go first.
Whoa.
Lincoln's
Whoa.
third.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, Jeff, that's a lot of pressure on you for the
That
first
is,
pick.
that's a huge amount of pressure.
Okay.
But I have talked about this a couple times, and I think it's the undisputed number one, not just from what I've tried, but also I
Okay.
think it's just, it's one of the best cereals of all time. But I'm going Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yep.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is by far, it is the most dessert cereal. It is the tastiest. They got that recipe perfect, developed in 1986 by Colonel T. Cinnamon himself.
Really?
That was
Wait,
incredible. Yeah,
how many rounds are there?
5.
it's 5
Okay. Okay. Well,
Jeff, I think that's the correct
for me.
first pick.
Yeah,
Like,
I loved it. I loved it so
look
much.
across any board, and it's going to be number one in 90% of Mount Rushmores. You know what I mean?
Mine?
Yeah. No. So I think you
Yeah,
did great. I think that's
I
the right
agree.
pick.
I
So
agree. And
proud
also,
of
I
you.
just love it so much. I love it
Proud
so
of you,
much. It's
buddy.
a double. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. The lights were not too bright.
No, you did great.
We're not too bright.
You didn't pull a Doncic.
Ooh, too soon.
Mm.
Too soon. Okay, who's next?
Scott.
Captain
Okay.
Crunch peanut butter.
Knew it.
Wow.
Knew it was
Peanut
going there.
butter, Captain
Now,
Crunch.
hey, real quickly, how did you used to eat your cereal? What was your
Until it
method?
was
What was the rule of your family?
one bowl.
One bowl. And how did you get around that rule?
The biggest bowl in the house. It's a popcorn bowl.
That's
So,
exactly what I did too,
so did
with
they
the
have to
biggest shovel possible, and just
Yeah.
did they have to ban you from that?
No, they just would buy me one good cereal per year on my birthday, and the rest of the time we had shredded wheat and grape nuts and cornflakes. So I wouldn't steal
nice,
anything.
All right.
nice.
Okay, cool. A
Um,
good pick though. That's a good I like it.
okay, yeah, no, I think that's
By the
a
way,
it's a
I'll give
great
either
pick.
of you a bonus point if you can tell me the one cereal that is in our cupboard right now. I only
You only
have
have
one.
one cereal. You
Hmm.
only have one cereal
Hmm.
in your cupboard right now?
Honey Bunches
Yep.
of Oats, obviously.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with yeah, it's definitely something healthier. I'm gonna say Special K.
Okay. Nope.
Neither of us. Do you eat it all the
I'll
time?
let you know if somebody. I've
Fix it?
probably been the only one that's eaten most of it. Yeah. When
Okay.
someone guesses it, then I'll tell you.
You think it'll be on these lists?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
very good.
interesting.
Hey,
Then I
it's
Okay,
do
on
have an
my
well,
idea.
list.
I've
All
got
right.
I've got my first and second round picks
Okay.
ripe and ready to roll.
Go.
I'm gonna take Frosted Flakes first because
Hmm.
they're more
Wow.
than good. They're
No.
Great.
No.
Except they
I do
get
It
love them.
soggy
gets
so fast.
soggy too fast.
The
Way too
sogginess
fast.
factor is really hard for me to overcome.
Well,
Pause.
Don't.
to be fair, I don't eat cereal that often anymore, but when I did, I was wolfing it down as fast as I could. So
Okay.
Frosted Flakes, it was the one where
Which is weird that you would wolf it down since it's kind of a tiger type of thing.
it is a little bit
Whoa.
weird.
You got to earn your stripes.
The wolf might get picked
That's
later.
right.
We'll see. But in my 2, I'm gonna go with another cereal that you had to eat super fast. But my mom always bought us a special cereal on our birthdays. That was our favorite cereal, and traditionally in my childhood, that was Fruity Pebbles.
Nice
Okay.
pick. I have a container of Bluebell Fruity Pebbles limited edition in my freezer
Oh,
right now, and
that sounds so
it is
good.
one of my favorite ice
Oh.
creams I've ever had. It is as good as the cereal, as pieces of it, and
Mm.
it's ice cream. It's perfect.
Okay, will you add that to the list of stuff to do when I come down to San Antonio?
Well, I have that one, and they made a cinnamon twist, which is basically cinnamon toast
Yes,
crunch.
that's the other one that I
Okay,
want to try too. So put
okay, I'll
those
make a
on your
list.
list. All right, Scott, it's back to you.
I'm gonna go with Lucky Charms.
Okay, so that's a
Uh,
you what do you did you used to separate it and eat the pieces separately like I did. I used to eat
No.
all of the harder pieces first, and I would save all the marshmallows for the very end while they
Let them
soak up all
float.
the milk.
No,
Yeah,
but
they
one
all
time
float down here.
when I was a grown up, I bought the version that had only marshmallows. Not
When you
good.
were a grown up, as in
Yeah.
you're not a grown
You
up
weren't.
anymore, you're past
You
that
weren't.
stage because you're
When I
55.
was a grown up.
Like not when I was a kid. Once I became a grown up.
Well, when I was a young warthog.
Well,
Oh my
when
gosh.
he was a young warthog.
Okay, that's a okay. Solid pick.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I mean, let's be honest here. Marshmallow Mateys are probably better than Lucky Charms.
The off-brand,
The
not
off-brand is
bad.
probably
No.
better than
I
Lucky
think they have more
Charms,
marshmallow.
but both have the
Their
worst.
ratio.
Like, if you burp after you're done with your cereal, it has the worst after burp ever. It is
How do you
awful.
remember that? How do you
Because
know
I-
that?
because I
That is
hate Lucky
not
Charms
something I would
because of it.
remember. That's incredible. Okay, mine is gonna be Reese's Puffs.
Oh,
Ooh.
why
My
did I
third
not
pick.
take it?
That's
Reese's
a good
Puffs.
one.
I would ask for that for my birthday. You guys remember? I would ask
I-
for Reese's Puffs growing up
I should
because
have
it
had
was.
that.
And
Dang
Reese's
it.
are my favorite candy, my favorite chocolate. So
That's a good
you know,
pick.
it's only fair.
Well, and Reese Witherspoon.
And good. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great pick. That should have been my first pick. I apologize to Reese's Puffs for that.
Okay, Reese's Puffs. And if we're being fair, if we're going along the same line of chocolate, especially chocolate, I'm going with
Cocoa?
I'm going with Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles, I love. They did get
Interesting.
soggy, but the crunch with the rice, when you had the milk, it was
Hmm.
chef's kiss. Chef's
Again,
kiss.
a weird aftertaste in those.
True, but the milk
The
afterwards,
milk was
the
phenomenal.
best milk, best
The
milk.
best
That
milk,
chocolate
yeah.
Cocoa
Yep.
Pebble milk.
Yep, 100%.
That goes into my pick. That's why I take it seriously.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Scott?
Feeling good. Feeling good about this.
I'm going with because that felt too much like Rice Krispies growing up for me, and so I didn't like the Pebbles
At all.
variation at all. I always felt I was just eating a weird variation, but I like Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs. All right.
that what
I
you're
thought that
taking?
would get
Cocoa
bacon.
Puffs. And I liked it more for the milk afterwards. I love drinking the milk afterwards. Like you just
Yeah.
made me some wonderful chocolate milk, and I'm going to take that.
It was free. It was free chocolate milk with
That's
your
right. That's what it
cereal.
was. Yeah,
It was a
amazing.
bonus.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That was one time you want lots of milk left.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to win this draft based on Jeff's first two picks, so I'm not going to pander at all here. I'm just going to go with what the heart wants, you know what I mean? And in my 3 spot, I'm going to go with Apple Jacks.
Hey, solid,
Oh.
solid pick. Solid pick.
I
And
think
they're
it's-
also up
it's
there
a-
with best commercials.
I think it's a
Also.
slept-on cereal, and also the milk in it was great afterwards too.
Can you sing the jingle,
I cannot.
Jeff?
The old one, I don't remember the older one. I remember the cinnamon stick guy with the
I
apple
just remember
jack.
they made him Jamaican, and now
Yeah.
he's not Jamaican anymore.
Now he's not anymore. He's making me crazy, honestly.
I think it was A is for Apple, J is for Jack.
Oh, that's right.
Cinnamon
That's what it is.
Toasty Apple Jacks.
Nice.
Hey, we're not sponsored by you, but we will be Applejacks if you send us
we
some
will
cereal.
gladly eat.
We will
your
gladly
bowl of
eat Applejacks
cereal
every day.
episode. Every
Yeah.
episode.
I'll eat an entire bowl on the episode if you guys sponsor us.
Yeah, just like Pedro Pascal eating the toast.
Okay.
Okay.
So
LinkedIn.
I really want to steal 2 picks with this 1 pick because I feel like I deserve the variation, like the adjacent variation. So kind of like how Scott has Lucky Charms and like he gets like all the marshmallow ones, right? Because like there's the marshmallow thing. So I'm taking Captain Crunch Berries because
Hey, I was just thinking about the crunch berries.
Whoops, all berries as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. That was on my list. I was hoping no one would take it since I took the first one. So that was
I love it.
That was depressing. That was probably going to be my 4. So
Oh,
you stole it. And I had the standard Captain Crunch up there too, but that one actually would make my mouth so raw that I couldn't eat after like 2
Worth it.
bowls.
Worth it though.
Okay.
hey, I'm gonna take my last pick is a seasonal.
Hey Jeff,
A
it's not your
seasonal.
pick, buddy.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, it's
it's
not?
not your pick. It's mine.
But we should have let him go, and then you could have stolen it from him.
Yeah.
Dang it!
I know.
did you
Well, I
scratch
know
him?
you're not.
Sorry.
You would not have stolen this pick. I Promise you, Dad.
Maybe
You
I would steal
absolutely
it.
would not like the cereal.
Maybe I would steal it just to take it from you. That's what I would
Well,
have
there's
done.
3 versions of it,
Spite.
so I still would have the ability.
Mm.
Okay. If there's 3 versions, then I'm going to take this one. I'm going with Frankenberry.
Oh,
Well, you didn't take the one I wanted, but nice
But
pick.
so you're
are you
taking
gonna
Count
take Boo
Chocula.
Berry?
I'm taking Count Chocolitis. I
See, so
love
here's
it.
the deal.
I love it.
I already got my chocolate one, but I love the strawberry one, so I took Frankenberry. It was always
The
good.
Frankenberry is good. So
You
is the
mean
Boo Berry.
The blueberry's good too.
Frankenberries?
I think you should get both the Frankenberry and the Boo Berry because they pretty much are brothers.
I
you know?
don't think so. I don't think that's how it works.
Oh, sorry.
One's a ghost, one's Frankenstein. I don't think so.
If you guys were gonna do that, I would have just taken the Cinnamon Life because I loved that growing up. Cinnamon Life was delicious for the first 5 minutes, and then
Jeff,
it got too soggy.
how do you spell Chocula?
CHO
CHOCULA.
KULAHIE
No. And the E is silent.
GH
There's actually
PR,
a G in there too,
the letter P and the number 7.
and the
And
ampersand.
And the color
Yeah.
purple.
Equal sign. It's silent.
Scott, you got that right. So good job. And Jeff, with your final pick.
My final pick is gonna be. I'm gonna go with Cinnamon Life. I'm gonna go with it. I loved Cinnamon Life so much. What was I missing, Dad? What was I missing out on? I already picked it. So
No, it's just that's not one of my picks. It's gross.
oh, that's fine. You don't have to pick it. I loved it. You guys would buy it for us,
I know because it was cheap.
so we would eat it. It was cheap, but it was also
cheap.
tasty. The cinnamon flavor was solid.
I got you the ones that had the little raisins inside them.
Oh no, frosted mini wheat though.
No,
Frosted Mini Wheat was actually passable.
It
was
was
okay.
for a little bit until it turned to soggy mush, and it was
and then it
oatmeal.
wasn't good, right?
Yeah.
They were just shredded wheat.
Dude, I've got 2.
We can each give our 2 or 3 honorable mentions afterwards, but
Okay,
this
okay,
is
Okay.
our favorite cereal. So it's not necessarily the best because I have a
Fruit
couple
Loops.
picks that I think are better. Oh,
Fruit Loops, nice.
Spell it for me, Scott.
FROOT.
He's reading it.
No, I
reading
wrote
it.
it down.
Oh,
I wrote
Nice.
it down right here.
I'm proud of you.
okay.
FROOT
Good job.
LOOPS.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, speaking of which, did you guys watch the
That's the one in my cupboard, by the
Unfrosted?
way.
Fruit Loops are?
Nice.
Fruit Loops are in there.
I didn't think
Nice.
you guys would have such unhealthy
the-
cereal.
The Costco version, the double.
So it's 12 like bags in one.
Did
It's
you guys
2
watch
servings.
the Unfrosted Kellogg's versus Post?
Didn't like
No.
that movie.
Oh, I thought it was pretty good.
Nah.
I'm
Jerry
waiting for the
Seinfeld.
I'm waiting for the sequel.
Where it's frosted.
Where it's frosted.
It was unfrosted before. Now it's frosted.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give a shout out to my first honorable mention because it's probably one of my favorite cereals, but I don't feel like it deserves to be on the list, and that's Honey Bunches of Oats because I love Honey Bunches of Oats. It's
Okay.
actually very good. But for my
Right.
5th pick, I'm gonna take Cookie Crisp.
Nice. Delicious.
Not bad.
That is
Delicious.
that is my
felt
favorite
like-
milk.
That felt like a dessert,
It is
For a
super
cereal.
dessert.
Yeah,
basically.
Very dessert. Little chocolate chips. Same with
Okay.
honeycomb for me. The honeycomb always felt like
Oh, too big.
just
They were too big. The pieces.
Honeycomb was just like
honeycomb was
not
still
good
tasty
enough.
though. It was tasty.
It's okay.
Not good enough.
Not good at it.
Okay. I have my honorable mention.
Yep.
I knew no one would choose this, so I could keep it out there.
I'm gonna say grape nuts.
Multigrain
Yeah.
Cheerio.
No.
Multigrain? Who ever bought that? That's the worst thing I've ever heard. Multigrain.
Raisin Nut Bran.
Raisin nut brand.
Because they had
Okay.
the flakes had honey on them. They were good.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay.
My other one is the Special K with like the yogurt and berries.
The yogurt
That one's
little
good.
Those
the
ones are
yogurt
really
pieces.
good.
That's
I was
good.
on a huge kick of those when I was living in Houston.
And if we're going specialty, then the banana nut Cheerios were also really good for the limited time. They were super yummy, but it wasn't for very long.
I like Honey Nut Cheerios. Those are pretty good.
Except when Renee would pour a gallon of sugar on top, and then it would sink to the bottom and make like
And
a
then,
slushy of sugar, and you would just scoop it
Oh,
in the spoonful of milk and sugar. It was really good.
oh, a spoonful of sugar.
Makes the
makes the
medicine go
medicine
down.
go down.
Yeah.
Ooh, good quote.
I'm glad nobody took Rice Krispies. Although
Well,
Yeah,
apparently now
plain. What would be the
they're
point?
called
But
Frosted
the-
Krispies.
Yuck.
but the Rice Krispies, you can turn them into one of the best desserts of all time.
Have
Oh,
you done it with Fruity Pebbles?
Yes,
No.
I have.
It's
Oh.
so good.
okay, what's the best dessert?
Rice Krispie treats. Those are
It's not the
they're,
best
they're
dessert of all
weird
time.
because you can eat them and they feel sticky, and then you put them down and your hand is completely there's nothing on it.
The marshmallow
it.
doesn't.
It's
It's like
marshmallow.
reverse camping. Camping, you touch the marshmallow for a half of a second,
And your
and it's
hand
all
is
over your
toast.
entire face somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe you eat it differently than I do.
I do. I actually just rub it on my face. It feels really good when it, like,
Sounds about right.
burnt marshmallow. It's delicious.
Can we
I
give
love
any
that.
credence to Raisin Bran, or were you guys out on that?
No.
No.
I like
you're
Raisin
doing that,
Bran,
it's
so I was fine with
down.
it.
If you're doing that,
Thumbs down.
you're just trying to go to the bathroom. That's all you're doing.
See, Raisin Bran for me was like, there's no food in the house. Okay, we have Raisin Bran, we have some milk. I'll eat a bunch of raisins. Like,
I didn't even eat the raisins. I wouldn't even eat the raisins. I would pick them out. Wouldn't even eat them. I remember picking some out of it and just eating the brand. What?
grape nuts.
Yeah, no grapes, no nuts.
I have a distinct memory of being like 8 and eating grape nuts and being like, this is awful, but I'm starving. Like, I just need to eat
It was the
something.
only food in the house.
I always felt that grape nuts was like the same as gravel.
Yeah. Except
with
like,
some sugar
you
on
could
it.
kind
Crunching.
of chew it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
But if you left it long enough, it would absorb all of the milk and it would just become this cake of grape nuts. It was because that would happen a lot at my house growing up.
It
Because
would
I was
just
like,
sit there because no one
I
would eat
can't
it.
eat anymore. And then they're like,
Yeah.
what's that? That's my
Super
grape nuts.
filling too. Like
Yeah.
a small bowl, it feels like an entire meal, like a 3-course meal.
It'd take forever to eat it. Forever.
Yeah.
A couple cereals that we didn't bring up that I haven't even tried them before, but the Oreo O's, Crave, and then the Pop-Tarts cereal.
I've
No.
had Crave, and Crave is okay. Not the Pop-Tart
K,
cereal.
Crave with a K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had
KRAVE.
it. Nope,
But
haven't
those
had
other
that
two
one.
I have not.
Golden grams, we did not say.
Ooh, Golden Grams, I like that. But it would
Golden
get soggy
Grams,
pretty
I would
fast. You gotta
put-
eat it fast.
I would put cinnamon on it and make it like cinnamon Golden Grams.
We
as a
also
kid.
missed the French toast ones where they actually looked like little toasts.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But that's like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And
It
Well,
was.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch had its own thing. These were actually
This
like
one,
they look like
they
French
tasted
Toast
like-
Crunch.
and
French
they
Toast
had a
Crunch.
They had a maple flavor.
A maple French
Like
Toast Crunch was
syrup.
delicious.
what about
Yeah.
Pops? Did you guys like that? I did not.
I used to like the texture of them. Corn Pops, Tricks, Tricks.
Gotta have
We
my
never said
Pops.
Tricks.
Oh,
Oh
Trick
my gosh.
cereal.
How did
How did
I
we
forget
forget Trix?
Trix?
And do you remember the Honey Smacks that look like the little
Yeah.
they came in the bag that
Like
wasn't
rice.
clear?
They're
Yeah,
like the-
and it was like a foil silver bag, and it was impossible to open without it just tearing down the side. And it would explode if you didn't do it correctly.
And they all completely floated the whole time.
Yeah, they never sank, so you never knew how much
So
you
you
had.
would
You're
fill a
stupid
bowl.
it'd be
and
over.
You'd put milk in it, and then it would just overflow, and you're like, dang it.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Yeah.
can't believe
Bad
I forgot
design,
about
but
Trix,
tasty.
dude.
I know.
I'm
Well,
disappointed
Dad,
in myself.
I know you got to go. We appreciate you
Yep.
being here.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for your segment, and glad you got a guest on here for a little bit. Maybe you'll hop on again in the future. Who knows?
Let me know. Okay.
The first 2-time guest. We applaud thee.
Yes,
Thanks.
even though it's silent on our
appreciate it.
microphones.
Okay. Thanks, man.
See you,
Hey.
Scott.
All right. See you guys.
Okay, thank you, Scott, for joining us. That was a fun surprise for me too, because I started the podcast and then all of a sudden I see a third face popping up on my screen and go, what
It's a good time.
what do we got here?
That segment was a good one. It's
The
definitely
most
tough.
random names too. I couldn't even tell you any of the names because I can't remember them.
Yeah, wait. There was the one I got right, and I still don't remember it. The baseball
Sal.
player, Sal Pruitt.
Nope.
I don't know. That's
But
the worst.
Sal.
Sal something. I just remember the Italian that I was saying.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yep.
Cool. Well, to finish off the podcast this week, we're gonna do a little brief recap of Oregon and also kind of like look ahead as to like what we got going on the rest of the month. And then to finish it off, since we already did our draft, we're gonna do our NBA. We're gonna revisit our NBA playoff predictions and now have the review because the playoffs are over and discuss punishment for your boy.
Yeah, we'll see what we need to do. I'm excited.
Yeah. So
So Oregon, you went to Oregon
before
for
we
how long?
get to Oregon,
Oh, that's right. It's your turn. And
my
you
chips.
love them so much. And I actually never said I finished the whole bag later. And you know what? I'll stand with my 7 out of 10. I really like that. It's a solid chip. You know,
But
it's unique, but it's solid for
it's
what it is. There's not chips like it for
it's
me.
a repeatable 7. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna hit every single time, and you're never gonna be dissatisfied with it.
yeah. If I'm feeling a chip, that can do it. You know, I obviously have other chips, but for the flavor, if I'm feeling the salt and vinegar, but also the barbecue.
Yeah.
Okay, moment. You
Uh,
haven't had it in how long?
Several years.
Oh, here we
I
go.
think 2021 was the last time I had it.
All right. Let's see. See if it still tastes the way, or if it's a little different.
That's so good.
So the smell. So what do you smell? What's the first thing right
Um,
out of the bag?
Barbecue, salt and vinegar,
That's those are they're the top
and
two
then
smells.
I can get the notes of the ketchup in there.
The undertones. Yeah, you can't hear the crunch,
Nope, darn it.
unfortunately.
Well, go pick yourself up a bag of Ruffles all dressed.
Russell's.
Um, Russells and
D'Angelo
Ruffles.
Russell's all dressed chips.
D'Angelo, Russell's, Westbrook, all
D'Angelo
dressed chips.
Vickers.
Nice, good pull. If you want to, send us some bags, you're more than welcome to. We will
He'll eat
highly
it.
advertise it because
I got a little bit of the crunch. A tiny bit of that crunch was on the microphone. That was pretty good. Actually,
Dude.
my mouth was watering a little bit. Watching you eat them, it's not really the chip that's making my mouth water, but
Oh,
oh, oh,
saucy.
oh.
Um,
Okay,
I'm gonna eat
so
this whole
you
bag by tonight.
now that you have a taste for it, you can't help it.
Mm.
You ordered those before you went to your Oregon trip. I got mine, and you had to wait all the way till now to get yours
Yep.
delivered.
Got home tonight and they were on my doorstep and I was so excited.
Yeah, that's glad you finally got them. Your love.
Well, Oregon was pretty cool. My sister Tiffany was there and Bentley was there for a good chunk of it too. Super fun to celebrate my sister's birthday and my birthday and do all that stuff. I got a couple new golf clubs that I'm
You
really excited
did. You
about.
got some sick ones.
And the technology in them, legitimately, like I didn't realize how much the new golf technology actually makes a difference because
Yeah.
my old irons just don't go as far. They don't have the pop, they don't have the speed. They just don't go as far. Like I was hitting a 7 iron like 160 yards, 165 probably, compared to my new irons, which I hit like 180. Like it's
Well,
crazy.
well, 180 as the crow flies, right?
Yeah. And in Colorado, it's like 190.
190, yeah.
Legitimately,
Give or
the
take
ball flies
90.
so much further in Colorado. It's crazy.
Just no air up there.
It's
Can't breathe.
crazy taxi. Remember that game?
Remember Cash Cab? Man,
Yeah.
I love that show.
And the old shows, they just don't hit the way that they used to.
Right? Well, it's because they had less regulations. They're like, oh, Fear Factor. Let's throw you in a tank with 12,000
Seriously.
tarantulas. Oh, hey, let's take your money. Let's do all like now. It's like, would you like to be on the show? We're gonna
Gonna be
make a
canceled.
vacuum turn on. Let's see if you can handle the sound.
Oh, dude, the best show. We should probably have a full segment talking about this, but my favorite show was the grocery store, like racing around,
Oh, when they're running around grabbing the most
trying
expensive
to.
things, or they had like bonus items, like a swordfish or
Yes.
like a
And
like
then
a
like all
packet
of a
of
sudden
ranch
you
dressing
you get an
powder.
item off the shelf and it has like this like gold thing underneath it, and you're like, yes, you got the
Yeah,
extra
that's
coupon.
the super extra item, and yeah, that show. I can't remember what it's called. I think that's a good draft idea, so we'll store that because of
Dude,
like the top
yeah.
game show
Let's
shows.
do it.
I think
Let's
that's a
do
good
it.
one.
All right,
Okay.
sick. But yeah, we're gonna stick into the coast. I got to play a couple rounds of golf, a couple rounds of disc golf. Ate love 5 times.
From
So
teriyaki.
my goal was 7, but I was satisfied at 5.
Well, you
Did
had
pretty
like
good.
what did you have 5.5? Didn't you have that chicken that one day?
That's true. I did a 5.5.
So I think
And
five
then
and
I
a half is
also
closer.
went to this little place in Corvallis, Oregon, that is a Hawaiian place, and we used to
Mm.
go there before our golf tournaments in Corvallis, and it's just a big old heaping plate of rice and meat and teriyaki sauce, and they do it really well down there. I mean, them Hawaiians know how to make some good food, so I was happy to
Mm.
get that too, which is pretty close, not that close to love, but like in the ballpark. So it kind of satisfied that craving as well. So like almost 6.5, you know.
All right. Fair.
Yeah.
Good.
And it was really fun to celebrate my sister and hang out with her. And we got to drive my
Shout out Tiffany.
dad's shout out Tiffany. And we got to drive my dad's Shelby, my dad's 66 Shelby Cobra.
Oh,
Which
goodness.
is really fun.
What a car.
So some good memories made, and happy to have a week off of work, not think about work at all, and just hang out with my girls and my family and blast. So it's good.
Yeah. I'm jealous. I don't want to go back to the Pacific Northwest.
Dude, it's
It's always good to
especially
visit.
in
Summertime.
June, it's
Yeah,
perfect.
summertime. Packnor is a top tier
Dude, the
location.
Pacific Northwest in the summer is the best thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and we got a huge flat of strawberries, and
Fresh
you
ones
can
from the
tell that
market. Yeah.
they're brand like freshly picked because there's no white in the strawberries at all. And
That's diverse. Look at
the
that.
stems grow differently than like what you buy at your grocery store or at Costco, like anything that's produced from like a nationwide farm kind of thing.
Well, Nationwide's on your side.
They are. And
I
Liberty.
love good organic strawberries like that
Mhm.
people are selling just on the little market side or whatever, and it's like real. It tastes real. It's not like a
So,
bland, like you're crunching into just whatever, like fruit that's flavorless. It
dude,
definitely hits different.
I put
I
it
miss that.
in on just like toast, and I put it in my smoothie, and it just like
Mm,
it hit differently, man. It was so good.
that
It was
sounds really
so
good.
good.
Not as good as those
Uh,
all season chips though.
these are very good, but I would actually probably take the Oregon fresh berries over them.
They make you feel better about yourself.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
jealous of that trip, but that's good. I'm glad I'll make my way up there soon.
yeah. Well, Jeff, the playoffs have ended.
Ooh, look at that. Look at our picks.
Yeah,
As we're sharing the screen and we're showing the picks for those listening on not YouTube.
so I went through and I kind of just marked down our picks. And I started out doing once the series were finished,
Red.
marking it. But anyways, we can see here.
Yeah.
I picked
We
the Thunder
know who
versus the Nuggets in the conference finals, Western Conference Finals, and the Celtics versus the Bucks. I got 1 of 4, or sorry, 2 of 4 right, and 1 of 2 right in the finals. But I picked the Nuggets,
hmm
and oops, that's wrong. And then looking at Jeff's matchup, Jeff got the Mavericks correct
I did get the Mavs or the Thunder, but
in
the
the Western
T-Wolves
Conference
were
playoffs,
surprising.
and then you got the Celtics in there. But you picked the Celtics to win overall.
I
But
did.
even if you didn't pick the Celtics to win and you just looked at all the other rest of your matchups, you had the Mavs, which I had the Clippers. You had the T
Thunder
Wolves,
Mavs.
I had the Suns.
So
Um,
that's two right there.
you had or I had the
I actually
Magic, you had
yeah,
the
so you got
Cavs.
that one.
I had the 76ers and you had the Knicks. We both had the Bucks, so that's a wash because we Pacers ended up winning.
Yeah,
And then Pacers won that series, so I mean, both of
that
us
kind of
lost in that
eliminates.
point,
Yeah,
but
both of us lost there, but the Celtics still.
so yeah, pretty much
I
you
think I
destroyed
won by
me.
3 or 4. I think I had 4. I think I got
Which
4 more right than you
in the
overall.
playoffs, that's a lot. 4
That's a lot.
matchups picked correct is a lot.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
champion, the eventual champion, correct.
yeah. I mean, you did just
Even
lose to
though
me in your dad's segment, so
I pick my battles, all right? I pick the important ones where I don't have to eat a cheesecake on camera.
yeah.
Which I am wondering how I'm trying to figure out what would be best if I should get you if there should be a certain type of cheesecake that you are required, or if I'll let you pick the flavor. I'm kind of hoping you pick the flavor so I don't have to worry about it, and you
Well,
have to
I'm
pick
gonna
your
buy it
size.
so
Yes.
that way I can choose how big it is. But
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
gonna eat an
Pause.
entire yeah,
Yeah, you gotta eat it.
pause.
You gotta eat it, man.
We are not going to do it next week.
Yeah.
Actually, here, let's look at the calendar. Here,
Yeah.
nope,
I
we're not
say
gonna be able
not
to get it
next
going.
week, minimum a
Not gonna
couple
be able to do
weeks.
it
I
next week
think
because
it's
I
gonna
got my
be
buddies coming into town. But the week after that, the 4th of July week,
that may
based
be
on
good. We'll see.
that is my temporary plan as to when I'm going to eat an entire cheesecake live on the podcast. So
Yeah, and
I will
that
make
it'll be good because I will have plenty of time. I'm gonna, do a few things to make it so that there's more talking from me, and you
you're
can
gonna have to talk
focus.
the whole
You
time
can
because I'm
focus solely on scarfing, and I will ask you. I'll have certain things, as you'll see at the segment of time
no,
of periods. Don't
no.
no, don't worry. I'll have times for you
You're gonna
to.
talk about food and it's gonna make me sick.
I'm gonna have certain things and segments that we're gonna do. So I'm already planning it. I've been excited for weeks because I've been so far
Oh
ahead in this.
no.
So I have a feeling I've been getting some feedback from a buddy of mine, a cousin of mine, who shall remain nameless.
Oh,
Uh,
Sam?
so my buddy said, and we've got some good stuff planned. So stay tuned.
Right. So
We'll,
yeah, if
we'll
you're only
you'll see
listening
that.
to the podcast in 2 weeks, you'll want to turn into the YouTube feed of this,
Yeah,
so you can
because you
see how
won't get the
sick my
satisfaction.
face is
You'll
gonna
hear me
be.
laugh quite a few times, I'm
Yeah.
sure, on
And
the
you
other
know
thing,
what's
but the
gonna
YouTube will be
suck though is
YouTube.
that the first like quarter of the cake is gonna be great.
Yeah,
Maybe
you're
not
gonna be
even
like,
maybe
this is
not even a
delicious.
quarter. I'll be like, this is
If you're
so
picking it,
good.
it's just the real, it actually will make it at first you think that, but because of the daunting task
It's
you will
so
have to
much cream
accomplish,
cheese.
that you actually will think, wait, I'm scared, and so you won't be able to enjoy it. Your stomach's gonna tense up. I'm actually
No,
so excited right
no,
this instant. I'm already
no.
like,
I'm
my
so
heart is
scared.
racing thinking of the situation.
I'm so scared.
It's gonna be incredible. So please tune in. Lincoln and I are gonna have a good time.
Oh, frick,
I've
dude.
got some
I'm
things
so
planned for
screwed.
while he does that, He'll
I'm
talk a little
so
bit at the beginning
screwed.
before he gets started, but after that we'll have things planned ready to go.
Dadgum.
This
All
is my
right.
this is his curse.
Shoot. I
Yeah.
like I've known that this is gonna happen, but now that we're actually talking about it, I'm legitimately nervous.
Well, I
But
like
the
it. I'm
but
glad we
this little
picked it.
Excel spreadsheet looks pretty nice, hey?
It looks really good. I picked the Celtics. I didn't even want them to win it. And now that they've won, we're gonna just pretend Lincoln didn't do that. Now that we've won, I I'm like so sad about it because I just hate that Jason Tatum and company. Derek White is the only one I'm happy for because he chipped his tooth and he worked hard and he was on the Spurs and he deserves it. But I hate
I'm
that
also
the
happy
rest
for
of them,
Drew. I like Drew.
Drew Holiday, and he worked hard. But and Kristaps,
And
whatever, I
I'm a
don't
little
care.
bit happy for Al Horford too.
Yeah, yeah, I feel like it's good for him to have one. It's just that duo. I think the Jason Tatum. I'm not loving it. I'm not loving the feeling I got. His after celebrations were all like stolen memes. And
Yes,
I get it.
and
I
also
get you grow up with stuff like this, and his idol was Kobe, but it felt so distasteful
it's so
seeing
yeah.
him do like the Kevin Garnett yell and seeing him try to do the Kobe pose, but like discreetly, and seeing him do the Kanye quote, and it just
Oh,
constantly feels like he's like, I guess we'll never know, and I'm like, dude, you're not even the
and
first
also
sports player to do that. Altuve did that years ago.
it felt a little
Like,
bit anticlimactic too because they lost 3 games in the playoffs.
and he had some rough games, even though he led in points, assists, and what was it, rebounds? He led in those
I think
categories,
so.
which not very many people do. I would have never known. I would have never suspected that he was in that company.
It
And when
was
they showed the stat
it
that
was a
he did
team
it
thing,
once,
and he celebrated like he did it himself.
like he did himself and won them, I don't even think he should have won the thing. But the fact that
Mm.
they showed the stat, they're like, oh yeah, Tim Duncan did this. Oh yeah, LeBron did this 4 times, led his team in points, rebounds, and assists for those like four
He's
different
what?
times he's done it.
Is he 24 or 26?
Tatum,
Mm-hmm.
27. I
Really?
think he's 27.
Hmm.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think he's
26?
24. That's my guess. But
He is
I mean,
he's 26.
okay,
He just turned 26 a couple months ago. That's pretty close.
March. Yeah. Well, I mean, the Boston Celtics deserve to
Whatever.
win. They're the best team.
It's sad that they're
I just
what do you
wish it
call
were
it?
a
Like,
better series, you know?
yeah, it was unfortunate. They're the favorites to repeat next. Like they're the favorites to win next year, which I also hate. Not just because of the Celtics. I just don't love this team. I don't love them. I don't think it's exciting. A part of that is because of, which we could talk about another day. I think part of that is the way that the NBA Finals has been handled in recent years. It has not just because of players, but also because of the broadcasting, the hype behind it. I feel like the
It's
playoffs are more
overhyped.
hyped. Yes, and the finals, they don't even paint the championship logo on the court anymore. Like they have more
Larry
ads.
O'Brien
Literally Larry Boy,
and Conan
Veggie Tales, and Conan.
O'Brien,
Yeah, Conan. Yeah, he's my favorite.
the Barbarian.
Oh, stop. You're too quick with this. Pause. I can't hear your chewing. If you're
Oh
crunching your
man,
chip, that doesn't your microphone chips are too advanced to
dude, I'm
have your
so happy with
shenanigans.
these chips. Like,
Enjoy them. Enjoy the chips because when it comes time for the cheesecake, you're gonna be so upset
you can't
that
rain on
you have
my
to eat
parade
it.
right now. You can't
You're
rain on
not
my
even gonna
parade.
be able. What are you gonna do all day? Are you gonna eat normal foods and just hope that you're hungry enough? Are you gonna like not eat lunch that day? What are you gonna do?
I'm going
That's gonna
to,
be like 4,000 calories. It's gonna be incredible.
dude. I'm gonna be on the toilet
It's
the
the
entire
richest
next day.
thing. Yeah, I will let you pick, but it has to be like a standard cheesecake. You can't get a slice. It's gotta be a standard normal cheesecake you could
It's
get.
got to be a full cake.
Yeah, you can just choose where you want, but it's gotta be standard.
Ugh.
You know what to look for. It's an honor code system.
I'm
I'll
not
let you
getting a
do it.
Costco size one though.
No, that's ridiculous.
That's too
I
big.
wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to you.
My arteries might clog up and I might die live on the
I would
pod.
actually I would have only done that if I guessed every series correctly with the series winner. If I had done
And
that, I would have felt like I could have
I
won.
would have felt like I needed to eat the entire
If I
Costco
made
size
if
one
I yeah,
with
if
like
I guessed it all the way
the
through.
four sides of it
What?
where it's like original, caramel, chocolate, and strawberry.
Oh, and see that one's more manageable because you have the flavor differences. When you have the bland same thing for
You're not eating
the
that
entire
much
cheesecake,
cheesecake though. It doesn't matter.
you're not even
I'm gonna
excited for the chocolate part. You're like,
I'm gonna be backed up for a week, dude.
you are. You're gonna need to eat broccoli right after to hope that like you're gonna look
I'm
like
gonna
that kid
I'm gonna go
from
eat some
Matilda.
Raisin Bran.
Oh no, dude! We're gonna be like Bruce from
Bruce,
Matilda,
you
and
can do it, Brucey.
you're gonna lift up the whole cheesecake and like eat it off of the plate. The end. It's
And
gonna be
then Penny's
incredible.
gonna run up behind me and smash the plate over my head.
That's Paisley. She's gonna do
Shout
that.
out to Matilda.
Shout out Matilda. Shout out Brucey. Well,
Shout out
I'm
Roald Dahl.
excited. Roll Doll.
Oh,
Uh, well, oh, I had a good one. I'm not gonna say it.
wow.
I'll save it for another day. That was
Wow.
a great podcast.
Thanks,
Great
Scott.
episode. We had a good time. All of you who tuned in, thank you. We
Yeah.
appreciate
Thanks for showing Bentley some love last week for joining the pod. He did great. Young pup. He is still single, so if anybody's interested, let me know. I'll get you connected with him, you know?
I'm interested.
Well, Jeff, you're not single, but
I'm not. You didn't say it had to be though. You just said he is single.
I said if anybody's single.
Well, is that like a guarantee thing that we have to be? Like not open for I'm just wondering. I'm not saying for me. Just
Sure.
like
No. Naturally. I
saying,
mean,
well, what if, you know?
you're just inquisitive of trying to
Ooh,
help a brother
that-
out.
Is that the big word of the day?
That's a medium word.
Okay, medium.
Medium word. Well,
I make the medium bucks.
don't say bucks.
No. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, thanks
Okay.
for listening to the Left Hand Backhand podcast. Share with your grandma. Share with your friends who like all dressed chips as well. And do something nice for someone else this week. And Jeff, final word.
Final word. Happy Father's Day. Look out for each other. What?
Good word. We didn't
Yeah.
even shout out the
We
fathers.
didn't shout it. You know, it's good he's on here. It was kind of a double
implied.
whammy to have him on. It's an
Two Scots.
implied celebratory.
Two Scots.
Two, two,
Well,
Happy
four
Father's Day.
Scots.
Yeah, because I've got my middle name Scott.
I'm Scott.
Scott. We got all the Scots.
You're gonna get off scotch.
That was a
free.
round of Scott. That was a Scott episode.
That was.
Yeah. Well, good job.
All right. Lefties out. See you next week.